You guys, I'm highly pissed off today. It's necessary energy, right? But I'm just aggravated by where we're at, how we got here, and what we need to do to move forward. But I did make a video the other day that didn't save, so I want to talk about it in this video. If you identify as a matriarch, as a mother, as a female leader, then it's important for you to have a safety net. A lot of the times, people, in America especially, or in the United States, as a United States citizen, they feel like, the safety net comes from having a marriage, comes from, oh, if, my husband does something wrong, then I could divorce and now I have this home. Or he divorced and now you got to get kicked out. And it's just like, or a safety net is having a man. And I understand why we got there. The thing is, it's 2026. Times have changed and we have certain awareness that we didn't have before. Like we're able to uncondition ourselves from the patriarchal mindsets. Like a lot of that shit is just not helping us in our future. So I made a post that people are still crying about, and it was talking about how a lot of men feel like they're setting up their security by being the head of household. They're setting up the security for their sons or their future generations, right? However, when we look at statistics, most marriages fail on some bullshit. When you get to divorce, you thought that you needed, instead of pouring into your matriarch of your family, the cycle repeats of thinking that we need to go and find a 2-parent household that's going to be this white picket fence and be, the American dream. The American dream is not for everybody, okay? So at the end of the day, it's okay to dream bigger. It's okay to dream better. So when we look at statistics, and I'm not saying from the paper that somebody else did, when you look outside your door, when you look at your neighborhoods, your communities, you see that there's so many single parent households. And not only that, there's 2-parent households that's still struggling, that still ain't getting it right, that's only together because of financial issues, because of conditioning, not because of their living life to the fullest. So my thing is, you need a safety net as a woman. It's your responsibility. A lot of times you want to put that responsibility on the men. Yes, we're in a patriarchal system and they have a certain power position or a certain resources that they can get. However, that shit's history. That shit's history. Just think of it like that, because even if you get a man, he has his own, let's say he has his own land and everything. You go live on his land, you think you're going to build it up, cultivate it, create generational wealth. So we see time after time, men don't have the same mentality when it comes to safety and security and sustainability for the future generations. And I'm not saying all men. Of course there are men that want to reprogram themselves and not be conditioned by patriarchy. We see men right now that are waking up and they're going to get land, they're going to do their thing, and they're going to try to build tribes as chiefs or kings without matriarch, without the motherfucking disposition to have full value in the woman. So my thing is, if you have a mother, I understand we got some issues and stuff with mothers, but if you have a mother, she's gonna look out for you. A real mom's gonna look out for her children. Right or wrong, whatever. You could come here, baby. It's not happening like that with fathers. And not only that, the kids don't want to go to live with the father. So let's say your father owned land. Depending on how he handles the land, because a lot of men, especially if they're conditioned to patriarchy, they're handling the land as something that could be bought and sold as property, like they're handling their children, like they're handling their woman. So at the end of the day, a woman is going to handle the land differently. She's going to want to cultivate it for sustainability. Matter of fact, if I plant a motherfucking tree, it's going to take some time. A lot of them 10 years to grow. So you think I'm thinking, let me go buy something from the store? I'm thinking differently. I'm telling you, there's a different frequency. But so somebody want to buy something from the store, somebody want to plant. That's more sustained. It's going to take a little bit longer. You may not see it right now. So what I'm saying is women have a certain longevity about it. And I understand that men are thinking the same way. Like they're thinking that they're building legacy. But it's different. It's different. And you can't tell me, if you have a good mother, that your mother wouldn't allow you to come stay with her if something went wrong with you and your children's mother. At the end of the day, I'm going to just put it like this, point blank, simple, straight to the point. If you're a man and you're not providing sustainable resources, security for real, for your matriarch, your mother, or your children's mother, then you're working backwards. You're working backwards for what? For power, ego, and control? This shit's sick. So that's why you need matriarchs to help you when you get on these power trips and these ego trips. You need someone that's more grounded. And we need men that are grounded, okay? But once you get off a track, the women are there to nurture you and help you get back on track. That nurturing is not always going to be soft. So hopefully this saves, because I could keep going, but hopefully this saves, and then I'll make another part for this video. But yeah.